Hello. Today we will be doing a video about the Norfolk Southern fleet. We got some engines here, so let's just go ahead and get right into it. Now I think we're gonna start over here. So these two here, these two Bachmann Norfolk Southern F units number again 5270 and 5271. One of them works at the moment. The other one is a dummy because the motor inside of it burned out. But at some point, both of those will work. And at some point, I'll assemble like a Norfolk and Western train or something like that to run behind them. In front of that, we have a old Atherton Blue Box River Street Rambler with an NC D13 inside of it. There's an NC D13 inside of one of those as well. And yeah, they run decent. They run okay. One of those F units has been weighed down a lot to try and get to run smoother, and it does. It really does. The switcher can't pull a whole lot, but it does run relatively smooth. Over here, we have a Walther's Trainline GP15-1. It has an NCE DASR inside of it, and it fits pretty well. They're nice little engines for the money. Over here, we have a Conrail patched Atherton Blue Box GP35. And yes, there's a headlight both here on the nose and there on the unibrow of the cab. The holes were already there, so I just went ahead and added lights to both. This also, I believe, this one might actually have a TCS inside of it. This one here is if I'm remembering correctly, is an Atlas GP38-2. I went ahead and put a blue horn on it just because it was different. And it has, I believe it's an 8-pin NC D13. This is a Bachmann Blue Box GP50 that had its original Dakota ripped out of it and currently has an NC D13 inside of it. This thing was my first GCC engine, and it has been rebuilt like 4 times. It's finally gotten to a point where I'm fairly happy with it. So yeah, finally happy that that's running good. This is an Atherton Blue Box GP60, once again with an NC D13 inside of it. This is a kit bashed Atherton Blue Box with some sort of aftermarket GP60M cab that has been painted and custom decaled as Conrail. Now the front of the engine still shows its Conrail quality scheme, but the sides of the engine, if I can pick it up, I do have patched for Norfolk Southern. And the idea behind this engine was Conrail went ahead and tested a GP60M in the 4500 number series. They decided not to buy any more, but they did buy this one once the lease was up, just to have something different. And when Norfolk Southern acquired Conrail, they got the GP60M. It got patched, and it continues to run around on the Norfolk Southern system as the lone Conrail patched engine and the lone GP60M running around the system. Here we have an Atherton Blue Box SD40-2, believe number 6078. It runs okay. It also has an NC D13 inside of it. I believe all 3 of these have D13s inside of them. Now, I've been saying that a bunch of these have D13s. This is where things are going to change here. The 6 axles, for the most part, all have lock pilots. This is a Proto 2000 SD50. It does indeed have a lock pilot inside of it. SD50 number 6513. This is a Bachmann Spectrum C40-8 standard cab, Spartan cab, whatever you want to call it, number 8667. Again, has an ESU lock pilot inside of it. SD60 NS patched, number 6840. It does have a snow hatch on it because it did not come with a third fan, and that is all I had, so I went ahead and put the NS Black one on it just to more represent that it is indeed a patched unit. This is a Proto 2000 as well. That's a Bachmann Spectrum. This is a Proto 2000 Norfolk Southern SD60M. Also has a lock pilot inside of it. This, I'm trying to remember. It's a Athearn Genesis yellow box SD70. I want to say that it is an NCE D13 inside of it, but I could be wrong. The lights on it are currently not working because I don't have them wired up correctly on the correct board. I had bought a newer Genesis board where it was using 1.5 volt LEDs instead of 1.5 volt bulbs, so it's not providing enough amperage for it. Eventually that'll get fixed, but for now it just doesn't lead. This is a Broadway Limited AC6000CW Paragon 2, so it should be fine from the Broadway Electronics Curse. This is a patched Athearn Genesis Conrail, well, Norfolk Southern, SD80 Mac with an ESU lock pilot 21 pin inside of it. This is a Kato SD9043 Mac PRLX engine in the maroon paint scheme and will eventually get patched into Norfolk Southern. It is currently waiting for a decoder, but I do have a lock pilot coming for that. Here we have an Intermountain ES44 with an ESU lock pilot 21 pin and an Intermountain ET44 with an ESU lock pilot inside of it. All the mainline engines can run with each other. They are all speed matched together, and eventually I will get all of this one and all the 4 axles to run together as well. That's it for this one, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed. That is the Norfolk Southern fleet, and I will see you in the next one. Feel free to like and subscribe. Any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. I'll see you later.